I think the biggest thing that guides me today and influenced me from my early childhood is that I grew up in a very economically diverse community. As I played with those kids and grew up with those kids, I realized that many of them came from families which we would now classify as dysfunctional. Many of them were bringing real challenges in their life forward, and that their ability to succeed in the future was compromised. So when I got involved in the community, it was always looking at issues from that perspective. I think my passion is being involved in the community and making connections with people. My mother had a big influence on me, but another person who had a huge influence on me was the minister that lived across the street from us, because when it came time for me to go to college, my family didn't have the money, and he helped. And that's how I got a college education. You should never lock yourself in to a little box and say, I have to stay within these boundaries. But if something opens up, try it out. If you really are passionate about it, don't let anybody try to tell you that you shouldn't do it. You just never know what might happen if you venture out a little bit. Quite frankly, what I ended up doing as a public official is on that list of things I would have never considered doing in my life. I never took a political science class. I never thought of politics as something that I would do or be involved in. The women in this area are pretty lucky because at least my experience has been that people are very willing to embrace women in leadership roles. When I ran for public office, I used to laugh about the fact that people would say, oh, I'd love to have a woman representing me. Well, at that particular time, in the 27th, where I was running for representative, they already had 2 women representing them. But it was great to think that they wanted a third. Women in leadership, I think, has been something that's really a long history and a long tradition.